One piece of advice for someone who is about to get married. One thing that I wish I would have known is that you're going to... Hi guys, welcome back. We are both feeling so tired and worn out from this week. It's Friday.
Full-on parents.
It's a rainy day, and I just said to Connor, I'm like, don't you just want someone to just do the rest of the day for you sometimes?
It's been a super champ as a pregnant lady doing so many things, so I'm sure she's tired.
But we're excited about this video today. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to be doing girl talk. Well, no, Connor is not invited.
I am not invited. I'm not invited.
But first, I'm matching
your drink.
My outfit today with my drink.
Wow.
I know, talk about put together.
Basically today, what have we done? I worked out this morning.
Worked out.
Ran a bunch of errands. I took her on a sweet bike ride. Came home, made a protein shake, and then what else did we do? Oh, we went to the beach because Britt wanted to go to the beach, and we've been exhausted, but I'm still full from my protein shake.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm full from it, and so I wanted to talk about the protein I've been using. It's called Gainful, and I've used it for a while. Like, I found them.
You've been obsessed with Gainful.
I found them forever ago. Look, guys, they send you your own personalized package. It has my name on it. No other protein does that. It's sweet because I found them, and what you do is you fill out they make personalized protein for you. So you go through, you answer questions in a quiz and your goals, your age, your height, your weight, what your physical goals are, and then it just spits out this protein for you that's designated for you, which is pretty epic. On my protein, I just put that I'm sensitive to dairy so that they wouldn't include that, only because sometimes it affects me, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the protein.
So they have like whey,
plant protein,
keto, and plant protein options, which is nice.
And okay, the other part that's cool is like you have this flavor. Well, this is just like plain, and then you get your little flavor sticks you gotta put in it. This one's rich cocoa, and
rich cocoa.
Not because I'm cocoa or rich. Just kidding. Then you put your stick and your protein into your shaker bottle. Shake it up with you gotta put a liquid in it, you know, like a milk or something or whatever you like, and then boom, you drink it.
This is their personalized hydration, so it's pretty cool because they have personal hydration as well for your unique needs. So I chose the hydration because right now we're obviously in the heat of summer, and I'm pregnant, and so it's really important to stay hydrated. So I chose this, and this flavor is so good. It's strawberry lemonade, and I love that all of their products are non-GMO, no artificial sweeteners, no fillers, no dyes, all of that good stuff, so I don't have to worry about any of that.
Cheers. Also, they have pre-workout, and I haven't been a fan of pre-workout in the past because I get a little jittery, and also I've just really never taken it. But they have this watermelon flavor that's really good, and it's not like super strong or powerful. I feel like it's just the right amount. I'm excited to be able to try that. I obviously am not trying that one pregnant. Britt does take pre-workout before she goes to bed so she can rage all night.
Connor is kicked out of Girl Talk. Unless you want to be here for it. I thought that you would say that. I filmed a Girl Talk video a few months ago, and it was so fun, and I got a ton of requests for another one. I'm 3 weeks out from hopefully having this baby, hopefully not much longer. Anything that you guys wanted to know about like labor, pregnancy, and all that stuff. So I'm really excited to answer all the questions you guys talked about. I feel like I'm just hanging out with all of you, so here we go. First question is, how was high school for you? I absolutely loved high school. Connor's already laughing at me down the hallway. I can just hear him. He always makes fun of me. I loved high school. I feel like I definitely made the most of it, and I'm really proud of myself for that. I had a lot of friends, like a lot of different friend groups that I would hang out with. I didn't have like one specific like group of friends that I would always hang out with as far as like guys. For girls, I had a solid group of friends, and it was just so fun, and I feel like we always made the most of like the weekend. I went on dates, but I didn't date anyone like for a long time. No long-term relationships, and I honestly feel like that's what made high school so fun for me. I don't know, I just loved being able to be free, and I had so much fun. I played soccer, I played track, or ran track, played track, and just had so much fun. And so if I were to give you, that was another question, was like, what was one piece of advice you'd give like your 15-year-old self? 15 years old, I was, let's see, a sophomore about to get my driver's license, and I would probably just say to, even though I loved high school, in that moment in high school when you're 15, I feel like I thought that high school was the end all be all, and that if I didn't make it in high school, I wasn't gonna make it in life. And that's like 100% not true. It seems like it matters so much in the moment, but it's not gonna be forever, and there are just so many amazing things that come later in life that I could never have like pictured, like finding Connor and getting married, and like being a young married couple together and traveling, and then having our first baby crew and our next baby boy who's coming in a few weeks. Like, life just gets so better and better and better, and that's not the end. When did you start showing with baby number 2? Well, the day I found out I was pregnant. Just kidding. No, I did start showing really early though, and that's super normal with your second. I think I was probably maybe like 15 weeks. Let me find a picture really fast for you. So this is a picture of when I was pregnant with Crew. So you can see my belly was like small. And this is a picture at the same exact week pregnant with the second baby. And my belly is like so much bigger. And this is 24 weeks pregnant. I would definitely say I started to show like around 15 or 20. And last time I probably started to show around like 22 or 23. How is pregnancy mentally? It's a roller coaster. Your hormones are all over the place for one, and I think it's just a lot because your body is going through so many transitions, and probably just depends on the person, but I can only speak from personal experience. I would say the first trimester is the first, and this part that I'm in of the last trimester is the hardest, because first trimester I was so sick and just didn't feel good at all, and wanted to be with my family and wanted to be doing fun things, but also just like couldn't get out of bed. And then the last few weeks of your third trimester are so mentally taxing because you're just uncomfortable, you're in pain, you're just ready, you know, for another baby, for your baby to just get out so that you can have your body back to being normal and comfortable. And it kind of is just a mental game to know, like, when is this baby gonna come? Is it gonna be late? Is it gonna be early? How's my labor gonna be? It's a little bit mental the last few weeks, but all in all, I feel like I've done a pretty good job of staying pretty constant. I can just hear Connor probably laughing at me if he's listening to this. Staying pretty confident and not too psycho this pregnancy, because I've had like a distraction with Crew, and that has really helped. What is your shaving down there routine? Brazilians. Just kidding. Something that has worked for me, because I have tried so many things and I have pretty sensitive skin when it comes to like my armpits and down there, that when I shave I get those red bumps and they're so uncomfortable, and then you shave over them and they get worse. So the one thing that I have learned to do is to exfoliate before I shave. So I always have like a sugar scrub or a body scrub and like do that first in the areas that I'm gonna shave, not like on my legs or my arms, but like in those sensitive areas. And then I'll use a new razor blade. I have the Dollar Shave Club thing, because you can switch out, it like sends you 4 new blades a month, or however often you choose. Actually, you can even do like every 4 months if you don't feel like you use them that much. But I have it send me like 4 new razors every month, and I replace the razor blade every week so that it's fresh, so that I don't like cut myself, or you know, it's just like a clean shave and I only have to go over it one time. That's the other thing. Make sure to shave with the grain. I realized that a few years ago. I'm like, my mom told me, well, have you been shaving with grain? I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, shave the same way that your hairs grow. And then afterwards I use this after shaving, I don't even know what it would be called, like a serum kind of thing that helps to like reduce redness and like heal that area that I just shaved. To be honest, pregnancy seems super scary and makes me hesitate to have kids. Is it scary? I don't know if she's talking about pregnancy or labor or both, but I don't know. I would say for me, it's my second. And yeah, like pregnancy itself I don't think is scary, but the labor can definitely be like scary, and I've definitely had to work through a lot of like fears and anxieties with the second time around, because I've already done it and I know what I don't want to happen again. But in the end, you can't control it, and it's a really good lesson in mental toughness and like learning to control your emotions and control your thoughts. So that's what I've been trying really hard this pregnancy to do, is do a bunch of affirmations and control my thoughts when I start to think about, oh no, what if this happens, what if this, because you really can't control it. You can just control your attitude. When you're in labor, I always think about this, like I just think about all the women that have done this that I know, that have kids and that have like gone through birth and labor, and I'm like, okay, I can do it. Like, they've done it. Be strong, girl power. You guys got it. This is a fun one. Advice on making new friends in life. I personally am total extrovert and I love making new friends. I love being in social situations. Honestly, thrive when I'm in social situations, and I get really down if I'm like home or not with people for a certain amount of time. I have moved a lot, like well, not a ton, but I moved, when I graduated high school, I moved to a college that I didn't know anybody at, and I wanted to like make a bunch of new friends. And then when Connor and I moved to a different college, didn't know anybody, met Connor, and then when we got married, we moved out here to Hawaii to a different college, and we also didn't know anybody except for my cousin. So we had to make a lot of new friends. We've had a lot of experience with that, and something that I've learned would be to just 100% be yourself, because if you are faking anything and you make friends with people that are similar to that person that you are trying to be but aren't, then you're gonna have to fake it and keep that up forever, right? Like, if you're faking that you like really love, I don't know, like if you really love sports and you're faking it and you like make a bunch of friends that are so into sports and you really actually hate sports, you're gonna be miserable or something. That's just a random example. But I would just say to 100% be yourself, because then you can be comfortable with them and they can truly become your best friends. The best friends that I've ever made are the ones that also take time for me. So friends that I feel like I can just connect with. You just know when you hit it off with someone easy. Those are my best friends, and the people that care about me as well. So it's like a mutual relationship. It's not me doing 100% of the work or me reaching out all the time. It's them reaching out as well. In the beginning, obviously, you have to put yourself out there. You're never gonna make new friends if you just like hide in a corner and expect someone to come to you. So you definitely have to put yourself out there, but if those friends aren't serving you like you're serving them, then try and make some new ones. How to not get stretch marks. This is so funny because I definitely have stretch marks. I got a ton of questions about this and people were like, your skin is so perfect. I'm like, guys, that's so nice, but I would show you right now. I'm wearing a dress, otherwise I would. But I definitely have stretch marks, like around my belly button, on my boobs, on my butt, like they're there. I think it's impossible to completely avoid them. I also think a lot of it is genetic, so don't beat yourself up too much, and there's not a ton you can do to control it. But the one thing I've heard is to just keep your skin hydrated. So I have like stretch mark creams. I've tried a ton of different ones this pregnancy. I'll link my favorite kinds below that I've tried, but I would just say to keep it hydrated, and then to also make sure you use it after you have the baby. I didn't realize that postpartum you want to use it as well as your body's going back down. One piece of advice for someone who is about to get married. One thing that I wish I would have known is that you're going to fight with your spouse and that it's okay and it's not the end of the world if they don't agree with you. I think I was pretty naive in this when we first got married, and I thought that we would never really fight, and if we fought, that means that like something was wrong with our relationship, or like we weren't in love, or just something like that, and that is not true at all. I think fighting is like healthy to some extent, to disagree and to have to compromise and to come to conclusion. And I've just learned to grow so much in that aspect, and to learn that when Connor disagrees with me, it's not that like he doesn't love me and that we're doomed or anything like that. So that's one piece of advice I would definitely give. How do you stay motivated to work out? I am one of those crazy people that do love working out. I just love the feeling that it gives me. I love planning my workouts. That's why I make workout guides, because I think it's fun. And I just love that time for me, especially since becoming a mom. That time is like my favorite part of the day, when I get to go and like do my workout and have to listen to my music and have time for like myself, to work on myself. The thing that has motivated me the most to like work out is thinking about how I want like my future to be. I want to be healthy and I want to be strong for my kids as well, so that I can always do active things with them, because that's something that we love as a family, is being outside and doing things that are active together. So if I work on myself and make sure that I keep my health up, then I can make sure that I can do that when I'm older with my kids as well. Whether it's just taking care of yourself physically means that your mental health stays on track, whatever it is, just find something that really works for you and stick to that. What inspires you through dark times? This was such a good one, and I had to think about it for a minute. Like, what have I done over this past year that has really inspired me to be happier and to like stay positive? With like COVID, and then with like my brother passing away and just my ACL recovery, there's just a lot of things that had me down for a while, and the two things that helped me the most during those times were, well, three. One, my little family, Connor and crew for sure. They just brought me so much happiness. And two was definitely my faith, my religion, and knowing that I could talk to God and he would help me, and like I could pray to him and he could help me feel better and help me feel more positive. And three was just to know that that phase was not going to last forever, and to make lists. I said earlier, I love making lists, gratitude lists every day. I had a journal that I would write down. This is actually Connor's idea. I would write down 3 things I was grateful for every day in that journal. And I would write that down at the beginning of every day. And it was just such a good way to start my day. I should honestly do that again. On a positive note, and like just feeling really uplifted and knowing that I had so much to be grateful for despite the hard time that I was going through. So I hope that helps you guys. Thanks so much for watching part 2 of the girl talk. That was so fun. We will keep you guys updated on any news of when this baby's coming. Right now, he seems like he's staying put there for a while. He hasn't dropped yet, so we got a little bit to go. 3 weeks from today is my due date, but we will keep you guys updated, so keep checking back. Make sure to follow us on Instagram if you haven't yet, and TikTok, and you'll know when the baby's coming.